What's going on, everybody? Gamer Talk. Thank you for having Junkieville over on your stream this afternoon. Thank you, Gamer Talk, for having us. Let me go through and greet some folks before we get started. Red Dirt Ranch, my nameless family brother. What's going on? Sarkoth, my nameless family ascendant brother. Up, what's going on, sir? How are you? Gamer Cam, welcome in. That Petra, how are you? How are you? Ginger B Gaming, how you doing today? Let's see, scrolling through. Ginger, how are you? Peace. How you doing today? Steamy Streamers, what's going on? Thank you for the raid. Viscage, how are you today? How's everybody doing out there? I hope everybody's doing awesome. Bossy Bird, my nameless family ascendant sister. How are you? Sorry, everybody. Rookie streamer mistake. Gotta unmute the mic. I hope everybody's doing awesome out there. Happy Wednesday. It is Wednesday, right? Is it Wednesday? I think it's Wednesday. Nice to take Junkieville on the road today over here to Gamer Talk. Gamer Talk, thank you so much for having us, inviting us to stream on your channel today and highlighting Junkieville. I appreciate it. Let's jump in. Gamer Talk sent me some questions to get into today. So we got about 10 questions. Still 4 more hours in Sweden's Oak. Nice. Deadly Fried Chicken designed our background. Thank you, my nameless family brother. Thank you for that. All right, let's jump into these questions here. 10 questions about Qb1Junkie. You will never be the same once you hear the answers. No, you'll be fine. Most of you that are regulars over in Junkieville, you've heard a lot of this before, but let's jump into it. Here we go. Question number 1. Where are you from and what is your username? Well, my username is Qb1Junkie. You can see right there. Welcome to Junkieville. Qb1Junkie is my username. Where am I from? Man, that's a difficult question. Right now, I'm in Durango, Mexico. 2 years before this, I was in San Antonio, Texas. For 7 years before that, I was in Bandung, Indonesia. I have lived all over the world, all over the United States. I'm originally from southwestern PA, about 2 hours south of Pittsburgh, about 30 minutes from Maryland, West Virginia line, down in the bottom corner there of Pennsylvania. That's where I'm from, but I have lived all around the world, so tough question there to start with. Number 2, what is the origin of your username and what does it mean? Back in the 90s, my bride and I met in San Angelo, Texas, and we used to travel down to San Antonio to a sports bar called Fatso's. And Fatso's had this interactive NFL game that you could play in the bar. You'd compete with people hanging out in the sports bar, and then your bar would compete with other bars around the country. And what you would do is you would pick the plays before they happen. You would pick pass or run. You would pick short, medium, or far. You would pick the left side of the field, the right side of the field, the middle, and you'd get points for right guesses. And that game was called QB1 Interactive. So since the early 90s, I have been Qb1Junkie. So that has been my first email address, and that has been my name. That's where it comes from. QB1 Interactive. Back in the 90s. Back in the 90s, something that every old guy says nowadays. Thank you, Zoke. Cheers. All right, number 3. How long have you been streaming for, and what made you want to start streaming? I've been streaming for 2 years now. October made 2 years. I started October 2017. During my time in Indonesia, all my students knew that I played 7 Days to Die, and they knew that I was into Civ 5, and they knew that I was a big gamer, and I watched YouTube videos. So they turned me on to this thing called Twitch Entertainment. It had just made the switch from Justin TV, and they told me about it. So I started watching, and one day I clicked and saw how many people were actually watching other people game. There was like 4 million viewers on or something at the time that I checked. And I was like, holy smokes, this is like the new town square right here. This is the new pub. This is the new bar. This is where people are hanging out online. So I decided when I was over in Indonesia, once I got back to the States, that I was going to give it a go. And I did. So that's how I got started on Twitch TV. Number 4, how often do you stream and do you follow a schedule? I recently came back to Twitch after 6 months away. I had some IRL stuff to take care of, so I took about 6 months off of Twitch. But since I've been back, I'm trying to hit 6 days a week, Monday through Saturday. Monday through Thursdays, I start at 8 p.m. Central Time. And then Fridays and Saturdays, I do day streams. Saturdays on my sub server with the citizens of Junkieville that want to hop in with me. So I'm trying to get back to that regular 6 hours a week, or 6 days a week. I was streaming 8, 10, 12-hour streams. Right now I'm about 6-hour streams, 6 days a week. So that's what's going on with that. Number 5, what are some of your favorite games to stream? 7 Days to Die, obviously, is my game. That's the game that got me partnered. That's the game that I premiere mainly on in Junkieville over on my channel. But I love streaming survival games, early alpha crafting games, zombie games, strategy games, building games, a few first-person shooters. I did do a couple early on when I first started the channel, but mainly survival crafting games, 7 Days to Die primarily. 60% of the time, 100% of the time, I stream 6 days a week. There you go. Number 6, what are some tips you would give to new streamers? Well, I don't know that any new streamers would listen to my tips, but the first thing that I would say is there's a reason that you're going live with a live audience, and that's because you want to interact with them. So remember that when you start streaming, that you're here for the community. You're streaming live so you can interact with your audience. If you don't enjoy that, go make videos and post them somewhere else. Don't live stream. So if you want to be a live streamer, first and foremost, remember it's about the community. It's about the community, right? Not just about the game you're playing. It's not about you. Make sure your viewers feel like you want them there. If people feel like they're bothering you when they talk to you or they're interrupting your gameplay, then me personally, I'm not going to watch that stream. If I don't feel welcomed by the streamer, then I'm not going to want to be there. I'm going to go somewhere else where I feel like I'm wanted. So remember that it's about your audience. That's why you're live streaming. That's probably the one bit of advice I'd give to so many streamers out there. The other thing is, don't feel entitled to have viewers. A lot of people think just because I hit go live, people need to come watch me. Every viewer is precious. Make them feel that way. Thank them for being there. Don't get that entitled feeling that I'm going live 5, 6, 7, 8 hours a day. Why aren't people watching me? People should be watching me. That's not the case. You have to earn that trust, build that community. Don't think it's going to happen overnight. Okay. Number 7, do you have any streaming goals and what are you doing to reach them? I had to think about this one a lot this morning because goals are not something that I'm good at setting, but I narrowed it down to what do I want to be remembered as? When my time on Twitch is done and I'm done streaming and people think back about Junkieville, what do I want them to remember? And I think it's that I cared as much about other streamers and their communities as I did my own community. So if I were to set a goal right now, it'd be to help other streamers reach their goals. That is my goal. I put a lot of time into the Nameless family, which is a community that myself and Rabbit and Little Zammy started mainly to support other streamers and to help them out and to use my platform and to use Junkieville and use my stream to help other streamers reach their goals. So if we could get some streamers partnered in Nameless family, if we can help other streamers say they successfully reach their goals, then I will have reached my goal. That's truly my goal. Hey, Cap, what's going on? Okay, number 8. Have you or would you ever meet up with someone that you met through Twitch? Yes, I have met some fellow streamers and some viewers that I met through Twitch. The next opportunity to meet up with me will be at PAX South down in San Antonio in January. I'll be there, but I would love to meet you. If you're a fellow streamer, I'd love to grab a drink with you and chat about your stream and what you're doing. If you're a viewer, I'd love to grab a drink with you and just chat and see how life's going. I am a man of faith, so if you got needs out there and you need somebody to pray with, I'd love to pray with you. So Yeah, I would love to meet other streamers and my viewers. Absolutely. Hey, Riz, what's going on, my nameless family brother? Number 9. If you had control over Twitch, what would you change? I love the platform. I love Twitch. Thank you, Twitch, for the platform and the opportunity to build a community through your platform and your company. Far be it from me to suggest to them what they should change. However, if I had an ear for a day, I would tell somebody, hey, quit changing stuff and fix what you already got. Try to cut down on Twitch being twitchy. It seems like that they fix stuff that isn't broken all the time, just change for the sake of change. And I would say leave things alone, leave things that are working alone, and work on perfecting your platform, what you got here, and stop changing so much. One thing that I would like to see come back on Twitch is the hype for communities. I would love to see the community tags come back. Just the support for individual streaming communities. Streamers put so much work into it. In the communities, not everybody can be part of a stream team. The communities are really about small streamers and streamers that aren't necessarily doing it, trying to become the next, $1 million earner on Twitch, but they're doing it to build community. They're doing it to make friends. They're doing it because they enjoy gaming and they enjoy people. And I would love to see Twitch get back to some of that, supporting the small streamers that are doing it just because they love it. They love gaming. They love interacting with their community. So Twitch, bring back the community tags. Bring back the community tags. Number 10, who is another streamer that inspires you? Wow, I had to think about this one too. When I first started watching 7 Days to Die players, and I don't have one, I'm going to give you several names out there, but some YouTubers that I really enjoy their content. I really love their work. They also stream on Twitch, Games for Kicks and Cage848. I love their content. I love what they do. I love the way that they present 7 Days to Die. I think Games for Kicks is the best teacher of the game out there. New players that are trying to learn 7 Days to Die, go back and watch some of Kick's videos. He does a great job teaching the game. 7 Days to Die Twitchers that I used to watch before I started streaming. Tex Cub, I think Tex Cub's a great guy, great streamer. Jonah Birch, Bearded Guys Gaming, Banlish, all great streamers, great content creators, great communities that they have. Really enjoy those guys. Second Class Elitist is a guy that I love on Twitch, mainly because he supports small streamers. Very selfless in his channel. I learned a lot from him about supporting smaller streamers. So Second Class Elitist, I look up to him. Some streamers that I admire, Rabbit and Little Zam, of course, at the top of the list. All the work that they've put into building Nameless Family and building that streaming community. A lot of hours go into that behind the scenes that people don't know about. They're not out there seeking credit for that. They're putting the time in. So many Nameless Family streamers that have put time into building that community that I admire just how much they care about other streamers. And if there was one streamer that I would say that I admire, just one name, it'd probably be Jax Mackey. He started BS07. He started the Broadcaster Salute. I'm not part of BS07, but just kind of paving the way. When I first started watching Twitch, it seemed like so many streamers were all about me, look at me. And Jack started something else where we are co-laborers, content creators. We are co-laborers. We are not competitors. And just that attitude that he set for other streamers like myself to get out there and push that. I've heard Banlish push that. I've heard so many other streamers push that, that we are co-laborers, not competitors. There's an audience for everybody on Twitch, on YouTube, on Mixer, everywhere. So go out there and work together with other streamers and find your audience. So thank you, Jax Mackey, for that and creating that atmosphere. Yeah. So that is the 10 questions that Gamer Talk asked me to answer. I hope you learned something about me. And yeah, if you want to chat some more about it, feel free. We'll be chatting here as we get the stream fired up and we get gaming. But thank you again, Gamer Talk, for giving me the opportunity to answer these questions. and yeah, to lay my heart and my ideas and my thoughts out there. So thank you for that. Cool. All right, let's get ready to hop over to 7 Days to Die. Let me fire the game up in the background. I hope everybody's doing well out there. While I'm doing that, let me catch up. Riz, my nameless family brother, how are you? Kepi, how are you? Ginger, hello again. Gamer Cam, whoop whoop. Steamy Streamer says, very interesting, thanks. What's up, Doc? I hope you're doing awesome today. Darling. We got a thing over in Junkieville. The younger ladies don't want to be called ma'am, so they correct me. I'm a darling, not a ma'am. Cap, my nameless family brother, how are you? Leo, my nameless family brother. Bossy Bird, my ascendant sister, how are you, ma'am? Can't steal my sunshine, how you doing today, ma'am? I hope you are well. Up, Zope, Red Dirt. So many great folks hanging out. Thank you guys for coming over to Gamer Talk and watching the stream. We're going to jump into 7 Days to Die. We have a Christmas playthrough going on, so that's what we're going to jump into. Stream 3 of that, game 10, or day 10. Hopefully we get a horde night tonight. It's a little bit weird for me too. Over in Junkieville, we always have the jukebox plugged in. We always have the music going on. Obviously, we can't do music because we're going to take this video and load it up over on YouTube. So can't do music, so it'll be weird today without the music in the background for me, but nonetheless, we'll just do the default music in 7 Days to Die, but let's get ready to jump in here. Hey, Violet, my nameless family sister, how are you? Yeah, I had to start that. I had to start my Santa Land build if I hope to have it done. 2 years ago, we did a huge build. We built Santa Land 1.0. We built a huge compound on the mountain. On the mountain, we had Santa's house. We had a workshop. We had stalls for all the reindeer. We had a big barn where Santa can store his sleigh. We had watchtowers around the fence for the compound. Then as you started going down the mountain, we had an elf village. We had 7, 8, 9 elf houses, something like that, built down the mountain. We had a North Pole post office. We had a North Pole warehouse for the elves to store their presents as they make them all year. When you got down the hill, we had the Happy Elf pub, and we had a huge Christmas tree made of concrete, probably 40 or 50 blocks tall, right in the town square. And then Christmas Eve, we covered it with candles. We put a Christmas star on it. We lit it up. So this is Santa Land 2.0. We're going to try to replicate that. I'd like to add a couple buildings. I want to put, if you've ever seen the movie Holiday Inn, that bed and breakfast from the movie Holiday Inn, I want to add that down at the Christmas tree. And I want to put a park area with some trails and benches and trash cans and all that down around the town square. So we're going to try to get all that done for Christmas. So, all right, let me jump over here. There we go, 7 Days to Die. Let me get my cam back to where I like it, which is right here. All right, live and in your face. Let me close this up. Minimize this, move this over here. I like to keep my chat on my desktop too, by the way. If you're new and you're a new streamer and you like to play the game full screen, I recommend when you're streaming that you don't, and you keep your chat right next to your game window. That's going to help you interact with people and see what's going on in your chat out of your peripheral vision. A lot better than turning. I do have a second monitor right over here, but if I have to turn over here to look at chat, I'm probably not going to notice what's going on. So I play 1280, 720, whatever window size, and I keep my chat right up on my main monitor so I can interact with the people, because that's why I'm here, right? That's why we're streamers, because we like to interact with folks. So here we go, Santa Land 2.0. We normally play Insane, Nightmare Speed, but because this is a build playthrough, we're doing Survivalist. We're doing Run during the day, Sprint at night, and no loot respawn, so eventually we're going to have to strike out to find more loot. 12 enemies on the Horde Nights. Let's go. You're going to experience what the real Christmas in the North is. I would love to, Zoke. Dude, I would love to travel to Sweden. Anywhere in that part of the world. Queenie, my nameless family ascendant sister. How are you, ma'am? Let's do a broadcaster salute while the game loads up. 07 in the chat right now. 07 if you're a streamer on Twitch. If you go live, if you're hanging out there and you don't know these folks, click on their name 2 times. That'll take you over to their Twitch channel. Make sure your notifications are on when you hit that follow button. Check them out when they go live. No, can't do the specific shout outs over here, but we can do some 07s. All right, here we go. Where were we in game? Trying to remember where we ended last night. It was about 2:30 in the morning when we ended. We got food, we got water. No, we need water. We need to hydrate. If you're new to 7 Days to Die out there, they just had a big Alpha 18 update. The game is still in Alpha. They're still adding new content to the game. But, yeah, great update. Lots of people loving this update. They've changed a lot in the game. It's still the game everybody's come to know and love, 7 Days to Die, but there is all kinds of new systems in the game, new weapons, couple new zombies. Okay, so I'm back paying attention to chat now. If you asked me something while I was going over the 10 questions, I apologize that I missed it. Feel free to ask again and I can answer your questions now, or we can interact. But Gamer Talk did ask that I just kind of focus on the questions during that part because they break the stream up into 2 segments. This is the only game where you have betas to an alpha, right? But all the alphas come packed with new content. They do, Zoke, no doubt about it. Okay, we got tools, we got weapons. I got repair kits. Let's repair some of our stuff here and let's strike out. Do some looting and some zombie slaying. Thank you, Cap. Thank you. Here, just for you, Cap. Little bit of elbow love for you, brother. Haven't played this one yet, Gamer Cam? Oh, dude, once you get into it, it is a time warp, man. You're going to do a time warp. You're going to sit down and you're going to get up like 15 hours later and say, where did the day go? Didn't think you'd get the elbow rub. Once the elbow comes out, I leave. My face looks a little bit bright. I don't know what you guys think, but I think my lighting's a little bit bright. Let me play with that for a minute. No one's ever accused me of being too bright before, so this is a first. This is a first right here. That one there. How's that? A little less shiny, maybe? Am I a little less shiny? You see my eyes? Got some crazy eyes. Could have just been waving hello. How's that? Is that better, or did I make it worse? All right, there we go. I think it's better. In Sweden, we say, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that, which means bright head. It is not a compliment. Don't call me that, Denzo. Don't call me that, brother. Looks better. Hey, Mr. Gaiman, how are you? How are you? Welcome in today. Looks better. Thank you, Sunshine. Thank you, Doc. It's good. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, no, I said we were going to go loot out the hotel today and this building that has the small popping pills. We did the big popping pills yesterday, but I have not ever looted out this complete building over here, so we're going to start with that, I think. Hanging out with my pal, Junkie. Put on a clown costume like at noon. Just been sitting here wearing it like a little girl. Queenie, I'm sorry I didn't fill up the bowls with candy in Junkieville. We're not ready for trick-or-treaters yet. Come back tomorrow, we'll have some candy for you. Giggity. Like the name, awesome, awesome. Yeah, so the junkie aspect, I explained where QB1 comes from. The junkie aspect is simply, we didn't miss a Sunday. Before we had kids, my wife and I spent every Sunday at Fatso's playing QB1. And so that's where the name comes from.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
I don't know, Gunny. I was born this way. Nothing I can do about it. How you doing, girlfriend? Come out here. Like I was saying before, I normally play insane difficulty and nightmare speed when I'm not doing builds. So I probably don't need to jump up on the blocks to kill zombies in the speed we're doing today. But old habits die hard. Old habits die hard. Create these killing blocks and you're good to go. I'm telling you, Gunny didn't give you the right mark. I know, right? Haven't dressed up for a few weeks. Maybe today. Violet, my nameless family sister. How are you, ma'am? Violet came in Junkieville yesterday. And I remembered that she used to be extended family over in the nameless family. And I forgot that she had become a streamer with us in the family, and I did not give her the nameless family shout out. I felt horrible. I messaged her after stream. But Violet, my nameless family sister. Don't fix what ain't broken. Yep, exactly. Whoa! Back off, fella. Back off! Don't be a leaping jerk. This dude's half frog, man. I don't know what happened during the zombie apocalypse, but some folks became screamers, some folks became frogs. We thought you was a toad. Do not seek the treasure. Come out here, come out here. Dress up tomorrow. Here's the thing, right? If you're over in the Junkieville Discord and you dress up for Halloween, please make sure you share your selfies. Please make sure you share your selfies over in the Discord so we can see your Halloween get up. Whoa! The noises, right? Past 10 years. Do it, Queenie. Do it. Worn everything in the arsenal. It's got to be something purple, though, right, Violet? Alright, let's see. What do we got? I'm pretty thorough in 7 Days to Die. I'm what they call a thorough looter. I like to leave no stone unturned. I loot everything. Lots of folks will run through and just grab the goodies. Not me, man. Waste not, want not. Here's some iron. If I go ahead and bust this up, then I don't need to spend so much time mining iron, right? Let me play with the audio a little bit. Let me turn this down a little bit and the in-game music up just a little bit. There we go. I do have a purple Halloween dress. Taking the kids to a festival at a church tomorrow, so need to keep it clean. Yeah. Was there a purple ghost on Pac-Man? I can't remember. You could go as a Pac-Man ghost. Whoa, lumberjacky! Come out here, buddy, where I got some room to maneuver. Big hitter, big hitter. Games, yes, Red Dead on PC, Gamer Cam. I am ready for some Red Dead on PC. Unfortunately, with the Christmas build that I have going, I cannot waste a day streaming it, so I won't be streaming it till after the first of the year. But I want to do a complete playthrough of Red Dead. I'm hyped for that. Yeah, I think that's probably it. 7 Days to Die update just came out, so this is where I'll be living for a while. But I'm hyped for Red Dead for PC. My son has the PS4, and we played a little bit together on the PS4. But I really didn't get to develop my own game because it's his system, so I'm hyped for it to come out on PC. It is a great game. Yep, San Antonio is where we were, Violet, before we moved down to Durango, Mexico. My wife's a principal for middle school and high school in an international school down here. So she took the job in July. We moved down here the end of September, the beginning of September, the end of August. We moved down to Durango. So we'll be here. She signed a 2-year contract, so we'll be here for at least 2 years. I'm loving it. I'm loving the city. Very European, the city. A lot of European influence in the architecture. Loving the culture, loving the people, loving the food. Yeah, we're loving it. Trying to get used to the altitude. I guess we were doing some research in North America. Mexico City is the highest altitude city. Durango is second, and Denver is third for large cities. So we're a little bit higher than Denver, a little bit lower than Mexico City, so the altitude's causing a little bit of issues and some adjustment, but that would be the only negative that we're still getting used to. Besides that, we're loving it. We were expats in Indonesia for 7 years. We love living cross-culturally. All of our kids graduated high school. I have 4 kids, 3 grown, and our youngest is a junior in high school this year. But they all grew up overseas, so yeah. My wife and I are both veterans. We were both in the Army. I was in the Navy as well. So when we got done with that and traveling with the military, we settled in for a few years, had our kids in their early years. And as soon as they all got old enough, our youngest son was going into 2nd grade. Our oldest son was going to be a senior in high school whenever we went over to Indonesia. And we ended up spending 7 years over there. 8.5 and almost 5. Very nice. Yeah, it's a pleasure to serve. It's kind of, it's been my life. In law enforcement, the military, in ministry, and now on Twitch. I hope I'm thought of as somebody who serves on Twitch and not just myself, because that is the goal. But yeah, it's kind of just who I am. But thank you. I enjoy so much watching other people succeed and get satisfied, and it's who I am. It's what I enjoy, so it's how I've built my life. Thank you, Violet. Thank you. Matter of fact, if you haven't checked out the book series Rise, check it out. It is on Amazon. You can check out the book series. But the author of that series, Miss Mandy Moore, she's been doing some interviewing and talking to me, and I am so uncomfortable talking about myself. I really just don't like it. She laughs at me all the time. She has to talk to my wife to get info because I just am not comfortable with the focus on me. I'm really uncomfortable today because it's not about the Junkieville community. It's about Junkie being on Gamer Talk. And man, it's just, I don't thrive that way. But Miss Mandy has some other books in the works, and she's been talking to me, and she's been keeping a close eye on Junkieville. So if you haven't read up on the series Rise, go ahead and do that. It's a book series about the zombie apocalypse, and content creators from different platforms are getting together. It's like a TwitchCon event that they're all headed to, and the zombie apocalypse breaks out. And it's basically them trying to figure out if their gaming skills will help them survive in the apocalypse. And it's a great book series, and there's more books coming in the works in that series, so get caught up on it now. Thank you, Violet. And Valeru, my nameless family ascendant brother, my stream teammate, my brother from another mother. How are you, sir? Let's do another broadcaster salute in the chat real quick. Folks coming in and out. If you go live on Twitch, if you're a streamer on Twitch, type 07 in the chat right now, 07. If you're out there as a viewer or a streamer and you don't know some of these folks, click on their name 2 times. That'll open up their Twitch channel. Make sure your notifications are on whenever you hit the follow button. Check them out when they go live. Your new favorite streamer might be hanging out in Gamer Talk this afternoon. Sleepy, but work stuff, right? Pikey, my nameless family brother. How you doing tonight, sir? Another lumberjack. I'm just trying to bust up the shells. I'm trying to clean up the popping pills for you. Would you relax? Wah! Oi! All right, new skill point system in 7 Days to Die, Alpha 18. It used to be that all of your melee weapons were one skill set. It used to be that all of your range weapons were one skill set. All your medicine was one skill set, so on and so forth. They've mixed it up in Alpha 18 now, so no matter what skill set you go with, like the attribute Perception, there is a ranged weapon under each one. There are melee weapons, some explosives in some of them. So we are focused right now on the strength attribute. We're trying to build a tank character here for this playthrough. So we've been putting our points in strength, leveling up, but I need to start putting some in the sledgehammer. Specialize in destroying enemies with heavy weapons like sledgehammers. The first one is Bruiser. You are a bruiser, and with a little luck, can sometimes knock down geriatric zombies. Craft quality 2, poor sledgehammers deal 10% more damage. Power attacks do 40% more damage to stunned enemies. 20% chance to knock down enemies with heavy weapons. and unlocks the ability to craft iron sledgehammers. So we're going here. We found a steel sledgehammer pretty early on here, so that's the main melee weapon we're using. It also gives us the ability to level up our shotgun, and who doesn't love a shotty, right? So we got the double barrel right now. So we're gonna max out strength, and then we'll spread out and go to some other areas. The main reason I'm trying to build a tank is this is where the skills are for mining. And once we start our huge Santalam build, we're gonna need a ton of resources. So this is the one that's gonna allow me to get the most resources in the shortest amount of time. This attribute, strength. So that's where we're at. Lag doesn't agree with this. Yes, right. Valerou's down under. He likes it that way. Speaking of which.
You know, we left Adelaide last night with 17 pounds of frozen flake. 30 hours later, she's right on the bugle. I'm giving it liquid yawns and the dummies.
It was a shocker, Barry.
They're speaking words.
Oh, Australians are the nicest people, but you can only understand about half of what they say.
So not only can you only understand about half of what they say, but they got to play with lag. They got to play with lag. The AK or the M60, no doubt. I swear when I first started playing and wandered in the wasteland looking area, I thought I heard, there was, at one point, Visk, there were babies crying, and there were several mods that kind of took that and adapted that then afterwards, after the Fun Pimps got rid of it. But I've been playing for about 5 years now, since Alpha 8. And at one point, up until maybe Alpha 12 or 13, the burnt biome had babies crying, had the sound of babies crying. And it actually sounds like Valerou. Pikey's across the way, by the way. I can't understand what he says half the time either. He's what we call a French Yorkie.
Right. What did he say? He said, his edge, isn't it? He only chopped him down because he couldn't see rude no more. What's he on there?
You know, what I reckon is that if they had the proper jobs, they wouldn't be up to all this, lacquer every night. What?
Ginger Bee Gamer, thank you for the follow. Rubber side down, chrome side up. Welcome to the community. Thank you, thank you. Bossy Birds across pond too. Pikey's not actually French. He is from Yorkshire, but one of our viewers called him a Frenchman one day, and it kind of stuck. So he's our French Yorkie. Thank you, Gamer Talk Bot, for that reminder, and thank you again to Gamer Talk and all the folks over there for inviting us to stream on your channel today. Thank you, Gamer Talk. Babies crying would freak me out. They used to be awesome, Husky. It was awesome. The atmosphere of listening to the babies. Yes, Riz is a Yorkshire man as well. And Bossy Birds across the pond. We got lots of, we are worldwide in Junkieville. Let's put it that way. We are worldwide. Zoke already said he's over there in Sweden. One of our mods, Gandalf, sent me a clip for the Swedish chef that I have a clip to get put up for Zoke as well. I just haven't done it yet. So a little fun love in Junkieville with accents. People are always laughing at my accent. If you got a kitty cat near your computer too, for some reason the cats tend to purr when I start talking. I don't know what it is. Liverpool from Miss Bossy Borg. Alpha 1.1 video last night. Ambient sounds. Oh, no doubt. They need to bring them back, I think, up. They need to bring them back. I will say it's so weird playing without music. It is weird without the music going. I like my jukebox. The new soundtracks, what you're hearing right now, the Fun Pimps just added a bunch of new soundtracks into Alpha 18. So there is some music in-game music, but it only works about 30% of the game day. So our game days are 120 minutes. So whatever 30% of 120 minutes are, that's how much music you get. I could sing. I could, but nobody wants to hear that, Petra. Nobody wants to hear me sing. Except Queenie. She keeps getting on me about doing a Twitch sings, but I don't know how much George Jones they got in Twitch sings. I mean, I guess if they got enough, I might be able to do one of these days, but whoa! Where'd the businessman come from? And where are you going, Cotton Eye Joe? Get back here, man. Red Dirt's got an accent too. He's about as country gets over there. And Red Dirt does do some singing. Red Dirt, does Twitch Sings have some George Jones, brother? Random chance that the zombies will drop a loot bag. They changed that in Alpha 17, I think. So up through Alpha 16, every time you killed a zombie, if you're new to the game, you could loot their bodies. In Alpha 17, they changed it where once in a while you'll get some random loot drops from the zombies. So it's probably about maybe 10% or less of the zombies you kill will drop a loot bag. I'd say probably a little less, probably about 5% actually. Steel fire axe, we're starting to get some steel tools. Yeah, it was Alpha 17, yeah. Rocking chairs on there. What about who's gonna fill their shoes and choices? Is that on there, brother? Please don't sing. Leave that to Red Dirt. I'm not gonna sing. I'm not gonna sing. This is not Valoroo. We're on Survivalist. Run during the day, sprint at night. Because this is our Christmas build, we've knocked it down a notch from our normal difficulties. The main reason is I don't want to worry about the zombies running up and smacking me and killing me while I'm trying to build. So I guess I could have put it on Nightmare and Insane until I started the build, but just turned it all down one. Memorizing the list for tomorrow. Are you doing a Twitch Sings tomorrow night for Halloween, Val? I know, I'm soft. What are you gonna do, man? Sometimes you're hard and sometimes you're soft, and you know, when you're trying to build stuff, sometimes it's better to be soft. I'm just saying, you know, I mean.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
I was just talking about the difficulty in game, Gunny. Leave me alone. Junkieville is a PG-13, family-friendly, safe for work stream, by the way. We do use a lot of innuendo up in Junkieville between the chat and myself. But innuendo goes right over the top of the young ears, and if you're listening in at work, your coworker's not going to walk by your cubicle and hear F-bombs flying, so. All right, Violet, thank you for tweeting, ma'am. I appreciate you. Have a good day, my nameless family sister.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
And we do got Gunny in here. He keeps me in line if the innuendo gets a little bit over the top. He puts me back in my place. Sometimes when Val streams with me, we have to remind him, too, that he's not down in the Outback pub. Wait, what is it? Did we change the command? Oh, I'm not in Junkieville. My commands don't work. Dang it. I'm always soft, especially in those new thermal long johns. For the win. For the win. Oops. Smexy. Yes, we do have a special command just for Val to remind him when he's in stream with me. One of my favorite clips over in Junkieville is with Val co-streaming with me, by the way. We're sitting at a campfire, cooking some meat up, and Val goes running past. You can see him running past my character. About a second later, there's a whole band of screamer ladies chasing him down the street. Oh, great clip. If you type the command in your chat, it'll still work. Crikey. I don't have my stream open right now. I don't have my channel open. If you're a mod over in Junkieville, open it up and type a command over there and see if it works. Yeah, Husky, go back to my... It's somewhere in my clips. I don't know. How you doing out there? Making a ruckus. That's what you're doing. All right, Val, thank you for popping in. My nameless family ascendant brother, my stream teammate. I appreciate you, sir. All right, let's get some food in us. So you see over here, food poisoning. We were on about this yesterday. The food poisoning penalty is rough in Alpha 18. All right, we have to, let's go back to the house and make some, let's go make some food. I'm out of food and I don't have much stamina because I'm hungry. Heading back to work, Viscage, thank you for popping in, appreciate you. I just noticed my logo. My logo looks really big today, don't it? Junkie, that's a rather big logo you got there today, man. I was excited. I was excited to be on Gamer Talk today. My logo might have gotten a little bit large. There we go. Let's do that. Oh, yeah.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
I don't know, Gunny. My logo just got too big for the stream, that's all. Just got a little bit large. I can't remember, Husky, man. I've had so many clips in the last 2 years. I just can't remember what it's called. All right, let's make some fish tacos for the win. I mean, if your logo's too big, no, I ain't going there. Never mind. Never mind.
What is your major malfunction, numbnuts?
Gunny, you're a little bit excited today, too. You're a little bit worked up. You need to relax a little bit. Stop hollering at me so much. Daggone it. Got a quick drop box here. We'll sort the loot out overnight. Hey, Pikey, back off, man. Don't be spreading false lies. False lies would be truths, right? All right, let's eat some fish taco. Drink a little bit of red tea. So yeah, the hunger, the food poisoning is really a little OP right now in 18. They need to do some tweaking with that. How much nourishment you get from the food versus the amount of nourishment you lose when you get food poisoning. It needs to be balanced a little bit. But the Alpha 18's been out, I guess, it just went official this week. But it's been out for experimental branch for probably 3 weeks now. So there are some tweaks coming. They're usually pretty good about tweaking the alphas, so. Down, Gunny. I know, right? He's a little excited. Gunny needs to settle down. So your nourishment and your thirst, quenching your thirst. If you're new to the game, you can go 50 points above your current level. So my level now is 119, which means I can fill up my hunger meter up to 169. So I'm at 112, which means I have, 57 points? So check your food. Like this one's gonna give me 50 points of nourishment. You don't wanna waste food. You don't wanna eat more than what you can actually hold. So something to check in Alpha 18 now. Who's new to the game out there? Anybody out there that hasn't played 7 days, or besides Gamer? Gamer says he hasn't tried it yet. Anyone else? It is proper release now, Zoke. Just came out this week. You haven't played 18 yet, Zoke? Never heard of it, Petra? All right, do you like survival crafting games, Petra? If you do, it's a must-have for your library. Must-have. It's come so far in the last 5 years. 6 years, actually, now, I think. Since it started in an hour or two. Okay. Been playing since 15, Husky Man? Putting on the clown makeup. Are you going to be clowning around tonight, Queenie, on stream? What are you playing tonight? Fallout, Queenie, or what will you be streaming? Yes, the game is on sale right now on Steam and also on Humble Bundle. I think it's less than $9 right now. Yeah, $8.49. There you go. Thank you, Up. All right, Zoke, safe travels from work, brother. I appreciate you popping in and hanging out with us a bit this afternoon. Tonight, the Junkieville bar will be open for our overnight. We started about 8 p.m. Central, and we'll go about 6 hours usually in our overnight streams. But then tomorrow, I head down to Mexico City for a week. So bad timing on that after being over here today and then not streaming for a week. But we won't be live again until next Friday after tonight. My wife's school, it's the tournament for girls basketball and boys football, boys soccer, down in Mexico City. It's a Mexico-wide tournament. So headed down there with her to help supervise the little ones. The high school kids. But Junkieville bar will be closed for a week after tonight. We'll be back open next Friday. It's no longer on sale on Humble Bundle. Thank you, Riz. Thank you. So it's just on sale right now on Steam. All right. Head up or down? There's a basement, and then there's a couple floors up. What shall we do? Head up or down? You tell me. Which way do you want to go? Hey, Baserga, what's going on, my lovely bride? How are you? How are you? No, Husky Man, she's not. She's a principal of a international high school down here in Durango where we're living. She's popping in from work right now. That's her in the chat, Baserga. So, yeah, we're going on the bus and going to supervise the kids on the trip. Up, up, up. You have to go down to go up, go up. All right, so I got 2 ups and 1 down, so we'll go up. How's your day going, baby? Yep. We've been in international education about 10 years now. We went back to Texas for 2 years for her to get her principal certification. Over in Indonesia, I taught theology over there. And Baserga was the guidance counselor, and she had to come back to the States here to get her certification for administration. And this is her first position as a principal. So yeah, but they're all over the world, English-speaking international schools. Headed to a meeting. Check your whispers. Let's do it real quick. I don't know. I don't know I don't know. I don't know, baby. Zombie climbing the wall. You might have. She was coming through right here, I think, from outside. The pathing on the zombies is still a little bit whack. You have to give them time to come right at you, and they're not gonna because of the gap right here. So let's just take these ones down. Oh, I must not have been scrolled down. I read, tell me who to call. Oh, the time changed again. Okay, I got it. I got it. Time changed again for leaving tomorrow. Got it. Thank you. We were supposed to leave tomorrow night. Now we're leaving tomorrow afternoon. But this is about the 2nd or 3rd time change. So... I think it was stuck under the stairs as you were going up. The zombie was. I love looting this POI, and the way you should have done this one is go down to the basement, then up the elevator shaft. We'll do that when we go down. When we go down, we'll come back up. You gotta go down to go up. Oh, we can make a crucible, which means we can start making steel. So there's all kinds of magazines and schematics and books in the game that you have to find in order to make stuff. Or you can put skill points in that area. So like advanced engineering will eventually let you make a crucible. I don't know which one it is. Somewhere. Crucibles right here. Advanced engineering level 5. So this would require my intellect to be all the way up to level 10. And then all the skill points here in advanced engineering before I could make the crucible if I went the skill point route. But because I found the schematic, if I read this schematic, it'll teach me how to make it without having that skill. So now I can make a crucible, which is required to put in your forge in order to begin making steel tools and steel weapons. So for the win, for the win. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. 100 forged iron. I think we got it already, though. We've been making forged iron. So if we don't have 100, we got 80 some. We're pretty close. So I bought a forge day one at the trader. So again, I didn't put any skill points in there. You have to put skill points in that advanced engineering to be able to start crafting forges. But you can go to the trader and you use dukes. That's the in-game currency. And you sell different things, different parts to get dukes. And then the trader has things for sale. So he happened to have a forge. His stock rotates every 4 days, I think. So if he doesn't have it in there today, check back tomorrow. He might have it. The new way has thrown me off with upgrading stuff like bows. I don't know how to upgrade my wooden bow. Neither one works. So for archery, I can help you out, Husky Man. So you got to go into perception. No, not perception. No, not perception. Where are the agility? Agility is archery, and you have to level up the archery skill in order to start making other bows. So you start out with the primitive bow. The next bow is the wooden bow, and then the compound bow. Every weapon has 3 tiers now to it. The low tier, the high tier, and the middle tier, obviously. So if you start putting points in archery, that will enable you to make the wooden bow and the iron crossbow from the primitive bow. Second level archery is just better quality bows. Third level, again, better quality bows. Yeah, so but basically after you can make the first one, it's better quality, and you must have to find a schematic to make the compound bow now. So to make the steel crossbow and the compound bow, I think you have to find a schematic now because I don't see it here. But the second level wooden bow and iron crossbow is right here under archery. Yeah, I don't see compound bows anywhere on the list, so. Yeah, book series for bows. Hey, Sophie, how are you? How are you? It is 7 days to die, Sophie. 7 days to die. Zombie apocalypse survival crafting game. First person shooter. Let's see, what else? Survival crafting, first person shooter, looting, building. No worries, no worries. The zombies can climb on each other like that. So that fella just climbed on the back of another Zed and got up on my box. So I'm trying to get a kill area set up here. In case I need to escape and get my stamina up. Yeah, totally destructible world. Everything in the world is destructible. So liken it to Minecraft in the sense where in Minecraft you can destroy every block voxel based. 7 days to die is the same way. So a lot of people, when they're comparing the graphics of this game, it gets a bad rap because they compare it to static world games. Where 7 days to die is voxel based, completely destructible. So if you compare these graphics with Minecraft, pretty daggone good. Yep, zombie Minecraft. It's a lot of people call it the adult Minecraft. Yep. It is actually I think Joel, the main developer of the Fun Pimps, one of the founders, two brothers founded the company around this game, started building the company around 7 Days to Die. But I believe Fallout and Minecraft were the two inspirations for the game. You see a lot of Fallout in the leveling system and in the skill system. So a lot of different points you earn in different areas to stick your points. Books that you can find that give you different bonuses in the game. So, but much better. Yeah. So like, yeah, I destroy these lockers because they give me steel. Everything in the game that you destroy gives you one resource or another. Like these brick walls are giving me stone. If I start nailing the floor, I'm getting wood out of it. And then I can upgrade again. Like that. Fix it. So every block has about 3 or 4 levels of improvements that can be done to the block to make it sturdier, more hit points. Minecraft when it started building, right. Yeah, it's pretty awesome, gamer. And it's the kind of game where, depending on what mood you're in, like if you're in the mood you just want to mine resources, you know, you had a rough day at work, you just want to come home and chill, the game will let you do that. If you were in the mood for a first-person shooter and you want to go out and just find zombies and kill them, the game lends itself to that. If you're in the mood where you want to just build a little bit, the game lends itself to that. So I think that's one of the main draws of the game. There's so many different ways to play it on any given day that whatever your mood is or whatever you're into, the game lends itself to that. Excuse me. And we are in our Santa Land playthrough we started this week and we'll be going till Christmas Eve. And we're going to be building a huge Christmas village, Whoville, Santa Land build. So I'm gathering all these resources along the way right now because eventually I'm going to need all the resources to start building. So taking our time going through the POIs, grabbing resources. Like these blue here, these will give me cobblestone rocks. There's also cement bags that give you cement that you can put in a mixer and turn into concrete. You add sand and stone to them and you turn the cement mix into concrete. A lot of crafting recipes. Hey, Harvey Lord, my nameless family brother. How are you, sir? How are you? With a crowbar, right? Exactly. How is Mrs. Potter, Harvey? Harvey's bride has been in the hospital. She had an accident. So thoughts and prayers going out to Harvey. How's Mrs. Potter doing today, sir? She's getting there. Awesome, awesome. Different types of challenges. Yep. Lots of people have made different challenges. Kumquat has the Dashong Tower challenge where you have to live in the tower until you can craft a gyrocopter to escape. We do a lot of no crafting challenges. There's a lot of mods for the game. Blitzfire 911 has created actually a no crafting mod where you can only make bedrolls and bandages. You have to find everything else in the game. In Junkieville, we do no crafting where I can make a campfire, boil water, grill meat, and make bandages out of cloth. That's it. Besides that, I have to find everything or buy it from the trader. So yeah, lots of different challenges. And then in-game, the vanilla settings, there are challenges that the trader has. You can go on quests. They're called quests in the game. And you can go find hidden treasures. You can go loot out houses and look for specific carrier bags. You can clear POIs of zombies. There's quests for that. Everybody hates the vultures. The vultures, vultures and dogs. There's dogs. There's all kinds of animals in the game. Coyotes, mountain lions are two of the new ones. There's bears. There's deer. No moose yet. There's rabbits, chickens, snakes. Let's see, what else? Vultures are the worst. Need new glasses? Duct tape is the new gold in Alpha 18. Seems like every recipe requires either glue or duct tape. So you make duct tape by cloth and glue will make duct tape. So I have no bones and my bone shiv is whack. Alright, guess we'll use the axe. Yeah, chickens, yep. Alright, we'll come back and tear this roof up for resources. You can wrench up like the air conditioners and different components. You get different components out of that. Wrench up lights. You get plastics and electrical components out of that. But if you're looking for resources, everything is in-game that you need. So, small medicine pal gave me gunpowder. I'm not sure how that makes sense, but okay. I guess chem station, making gunpowder maybe. There's all kinds of hidden areas in the POIs. They put dungeon crawl POIs in Alpha 17 in the last update. So there's a certain way to go through each POI to have the dungeon crawl style. And when you get to the top, all the best loot is in there, usually. Or the basement, depending on which way. Some of them, you're supposed to come in through the top. Yeah, so originally, GamerCam, the game 7 Days to Die, what it meant was if you got infected, you had 7 days until the infection would kill you and turn you into a zombie. But another aspect of the game is, originally, if you play default settings, every 7 days you get a horde night. So zombies will just keep spawning and coming and attacking your base. They've added zombies now that are self-exploding zombies. They blow up when you hit them. So they'll destroy your walls. So it has tower defense kind of aspects to it as well. So because this is a build playthrough, we have our horde set to every 7 days, but with a 7-day variable, which means we don't know what day horde night's going to come, somewhere between day 7 and 14. And then after we get a horde night, it'll be 7 to 14 days later again till we get another horde. So, and there's all kinds of different builds for horde bases that people have. In Junkieville, we tend to run up and down the street and fight the hordes all night long. Because they will kind of train and parade. They'll get in a line and come after you as they're running after you. So, developed a style to fight them on the streets. But that way they don't destroy your build. So, like, we're going to be building the Christmas village. I don't want zombies showing up every 7 days and destroying it. So we'll be fighting in the streets. I hope we get a horde night. We did not have our day 7 horde yet. So I hope this stream to get a horde night. You can set the game days to 10 minutes, as little as 10 minutes real time for each game day, or as long as 120 minutes for each game day. And there's a whole bunch in between. I usually play 120-minute days. That means my nights are 30 minutes real time long. So if I have a horde night, I got to fight the horde for 30 minutes. 30 minutes of non-stop zombies. How do I get over there? Yeah, so many different elements to the game. I mean, it really is a gem that not everybody knows about yet. They will at some point, though. I mean... Go down in the attic I was in. It wants me to drop down in there, though, doesn't it? I don't want to drop in. I'm going to go in through the window. That way I can escape. Okay, Sophie, have a good one. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. Alright, so put a little ledge out here so when the zombies chase me out, I can escape. Like I say, I'm so used to playing on nightmare speed where the zombies are just as fast or faster than me, than my character. I always build these little escapes before I dive in. We're not on nightmare today though, so probably don't need to be this careful, but I am. Come on up to the roof. Oh, jerk. Bad neighbor. All right, bandage up. Oh, I didn't even notice we got the Fireman's Almanac. So there's also all these book series in game now. Where am I looking here? And all of these are only lootable skills. You can't level up to get them. And so there's 7 books in the series. Each one gives you a different buff. If you complete the whole book series, you get a bonus buff. So for like this, for looting the Great Heist, this book, do 10% more damage to safes, find more jewelry and precious gems in safe. If you unlock the whole series, you learn how to make lock picks and you break into locks 20% faster. You have a 10% lower chance to break your lock pick. So different bonuses. So we got the Fireman's Almanac, Volume 6, Search and Rescue. Cut through the ashes to find survivors fast. Do 10% more damage to coal and burnt wood. Nice. Coal is a necessary ingredient in gunpowder, so you eventually have to get loads of coal, so that helps a little bit. Hey, Savage, my nameless family brother. How are you, sir? How are you? All right, let's see what we got. Doing well. You got me curious what this was all about, so I wandered in to hang out. So, Gamer Talk. If somebody like Savage, who's interested, what is this all about? What are you looking for when you invite streamers to stream? And what is this all about? You want to talk for a second in chat and let folks know what is Gamer Chat all about? Or Gamer Talk all about? And how did you get this started? Where did the idea come from? If you haven't checked out the VODs yet, check out the videos for this channel. Also go over to YouTube and make sure you subscribe to Gamer Talk over there on YouTube. But all the videos that are streamed are eventually loaded up, the interviews and the game sessions. So great place to find some streamers. There's the link. Thank you, Petra. Thank you for that. So, Gamer says, well, the idea was to bring a variety of streamers together, use the platform as a way to connect streamers together, help give people an idea of why they are worth following with the interviews. Very cool, Gamer. Yeah, Gamer reached out to me on Twitter and asked if I was interested. I checked them out and I said, absolutely, absolutely. Opportunity to expose this channel to our community. I don't know of any NF folks or 7 Days folks that have had an opportunity to participate in this. So when I checked it out, I was like, absolutely would love to. And started a dialogue on what it was all about, how it worked. And yeah, here we are. Here we are. So the one thing that a lot of people, the mod that a lot of people use in this game is a bigger backpack mod. Because you do have limited space and this is the default backpack. So what I do, instead of using a mod that makes my backpack bigger, I just put drop boxes out front of all the POIs. But what that means is sometimes when your inventory gets full, you got to run back out front. This is a pretty large POI to run back and forth in, but and then once my drop box gets full, I run everything back to my base. But a lot of people play the game with a bigger backpack mod, so they don't have to do this right here. But there's all kinds of mods out there. There's a mod launcher that you can download that's pretty awesome, but basically all the mod creators put their mods on the mod launcher. And it's basically a one-stop shop to fire up the game and whatever mod. It also creates a backup file of the vanilla 7 Days to Die, backup files for vanilla 7 Days to Die. So if you still want to play vanilla, you can still get back into it without changing out all your files and everything. So welcome back, Sunshine. Welcome back. Nothing really, just chatting about the game, chatting about 7 Days to Die mostly. Harbinger come in and ask what the heck was Gamer Talk and what was this all about, so got a little rundown on that. There are cotton plants out in the wild, so you don't have to bust up all the curtains and everything. But if you go ahead and do that, you don't have to spend time running around in the wild punching flowers. Because the way you loot the cotton and the teas and so forth is you just punch them. But there's enough cloth in the POIs if you take your time and destroy all the POI stuff like I'm doing. You don't have to spend so much time grinding resources. Harbinger, what have you been up to in your 7 Days to Die playthrough? What do you got going on right now, and how are you liking Alpha 18? If you're still out there. If you are a content creator out there and you haven't tried 7 Days, one of the things that I love about this game is there's a lot of downtime where you're looting, clearing POIs, gathering resources, building, that really lends itself to interacting with your chat. Which there's a lot of games out there that are difficult to stream because there's not a lot of downtime, where 7 Days to Die tends to be the opposite. And if you are a streamer that likes to interact with your chat a lot, it's a great game for that. Started a fresh map for Stable on Monday. Invited the usual suspects, a couple subs to play. Cool, cool. Are you guys working on a build or just surviving now, or what are you guys up to? How did I miss that? Jump. The sledgehammer is slow but powerful. So slow, the swinging mechanism. That's what Val was talking about. But it does a lot of damage per swing. So just a regular swing, 61 hit points. If I use the right mouse button and do the power attack, which is a little bit slower of a swing, I'm doing 119 damage. So if you figure out how to create safe spots to fight the zombies, it is probably the best melee weapon. If you're just running around swinging at them, it can be really slow, like Val was saying. Savage says, I'm putting the finishing touches on my standard base design to see how it holds up in Alpha 18. I expect it will be fine up until the Demolishers show up. If you're new to the game, the Demolishers are the self-exploding zombies that I was talking about that are wearing bombs, bomb vests or something. But when you hit them, the bomb basically activates, and then 5 or 8 seconds after that it blows up. So they keep running at your base. But curious to see how that goes, right? So yeah, everybody's testing out base builds and everything to see how they hold up to the Demolishers. The Demolishers were just put in Alpha 18, so everybody's still trying to figure out how to get around them. Might have to start using turrets. I know, right? I don't even use electricity, Harbinger. There's electricity in the game if you're new to it. You can build all kinds of dart traps and turrets. You can get lights and hook it up to power and everything. I've never used them. I like something about the game in candlelight and torchlight just draws me in. So I've never even used really electricity. Very seldom. But I'm probably gonna have to at some point. But the longer you survive, the harder the hordes get. So your first couple hordes, usually not a problem. You can survive with a pretty simple design horde base or doing what I do, running up and down the streets. But as you progress, the hordes get more and more difficult. Put one dart trap to cover the door in case the screamer manages to find their way to the door, but that's it. Not go out and to shoot them, right? Exactly. Alright, slowly making our way through this POI. Leave that alone for now. And when you see the zombies lighting on fire, if you're new to the game, that is a modifier that I've added to the weapon. So that is the burning shaft mod. And then I also have a weighted head mod that gives my sledgehammer a little bit more damage. So, but once in a while they'll catch on fire because of the burning shaft mod here. That said, the shotgun greeting is a lot of fun when a zombie knocks, knock, knock, creak, bam. Are you using the pump, Savage, or are you using the sawed off? And what do you think of the new sawed off? I love the animation. I love the sounds with the sawed off. I hate that it only holds 2 rounds, the double barrel that it is. 7-day sale and easy sofas, rent to own. I'll just take the cloth out of them. And these will give me leather, I believe. Yep. Till you get the pump. Yeah. This POI is never ending. Whoa! Okay, we found the good loot. I'm out of stamina! right, that technique is not working. Let's try this one. Find a doorway, throw a block. So what year did I start playing this? It's been about 5 years now. It'll be 5 years come this Christmas. I got 14,000 hours in the game. I've been playing since Alpha 8. So... Get him, Junkie! Yeah, I had a lot of free time on my hands over in Indonesia. So, played a lot of 7 Days to Die when I first got started. Played a lot of it the whole time, actually, so. Yeah, I've been playing it a little bit, Savage. But the game has come so far since Alpha 8. When I got started. I mean, if you got in it at the beginning like Up did, I just can't even imagine the changes. It's changed so much. Go back. On Steam, you can go back and play, I think, Alpha 10.4 and beyond. So all the updates from Alpha 10 on. And just that glimpse, you see how much the game has developed. So, all right, modify this with the Bunker Buster, which gives me more damage against stone. So complete that. Started in Alpha 10, Harbinger? Yeah. As of the end of the session today. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, the crafting, for example, you used to have to craft ingots for all the material and all the items. So in the forge, you would craft an ingot. To make the items. You used to have to for arrows. You used to have to take your wood and it was logs and you would split it down and you would make sticks out of the wood and then you could craft arrows. So there used to be more layers to the crafting when there were fewer items. They've added so much to the game now that they've eliminated some of the layers of crafting. So you can just use this wood now for example, for making arrows or whatever. But it used to be logs, and from logs you would make wood, and from wood you would make sticks, and from sticks you would make arrows. So the crafting used to be leveled, and now it's pretty simplified now. Coaling mesh, I don't need that in the snow biome. My inventory's full, and I have no idea how to get out of here. Right here? Did I got too sham? So down here in the bottom left, you see the blue and the red. The black area of the blue is my hunger. So my stamina will only fill up to the point that I'm hungry. So based on your nourishment. So if you look over here, my nourishment is at 109 out of a potential 119 would be the full bar, right? So I have 10 points of nourishment that I'm losing in my max stamina. If I eat, then the black goes away and my max stamina is at a higher level up to 119 right now. So then as I run around, I start slowly losing stamina. So the gray area is my lost stamina. 80, 78, 76 out of 119. Then when I stop running, the speed at which my stamina recovers is based on my thirst. So right now my water level is at 121. out of the bottom of the top 119. Remember, you can go 50 points over that level. So right now I could fill up my hydration to 169, right? And if my hydration is maxed out, my stamina is going to recover a lot faster. Down here at the red bar is my health bar. So if it's grayed out, I can slowly heal by taking pills. But you can see there's 3 points that are black there. The way you get those points back is by using bandages. So you can see it slowly filling in from 116 to 119, my potential health. So because I have put a skill point in self-healing, which is right here, it'll slowly fill that gray area up with red. So that's kind of how you manage your stamina and your health. Yeah, it's pretty good system. The new system just came in Alpha 17, gamer. This current system, and yeah, everybody seems to like it. At first, Alpha 17 was a real stamina drained. It seemed like you never had enough stamina for what you were doing. They fixed that in Alpha 18 and made some adjustments, and the stamina feels a lot better now. Big fan of the system. Me too, Harbinger. Me too. Yeah, I think it's a good system. Same with the backpack, right? You see these, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 areas that are grayed out on the backpack. So basically, if I can use these slots, but if I use them, I become encumbered, which slows me down. So even though my stamina is maxed, I lose speed and I lose stamina faster, right? So you start with 2 rows completely grayed out. So you basically, in your backpack, you start with 3 rows that you can use without an encumbrance penalty. Once you start filling these 2 rows, you start to become encumbered. But throughout the game, there's different things. There's pockets you can craft. Like if you look at some of my clothes, my sweatshirt has a pocket that I've added to it, which basically opens 1 more slot on my backpack. The jeans have a pocket. There's also 2 and 3 and single pockets that you can add to your chest armor, which open up areas. And then there's a skill that you can put points in, Pack Mule, that will also open up additional slots without encumbrance penalties. So yeah, there is so much to think about. That's how you can have 14,000 hours in the game and not be bored with it. Every playthrough is a little different. What you focus on and the way you play and the builds you do. So it's always a new challenge. Yeah. Yeah, 14,000. I think I have 8,000 in vanilla. And then whatever you play on the mod launcher or modded doesn't get actually recorded on Steam. If your Steam's closed and you're open through the mod launcher. Like I would play with my Steam offline in Indonesia, so I wasn't using bandwidth for my kids. So those hours don't get recorded, so. All right, wait, there was a better way in. Where was that? Where was I at? I was around back. But this POI is just daggone huge. I mean, you can spend 2 full game days if you're going to completely clear out some of these POIs. You're going to get everything out of them resource-wise that you can get. You can get most of them cleared in a game day as far as getting all the loot out. But if you're going to take your time and get all the resources out of it, some of them take up to 2 game days, like this one right here. We haven't even gone down into the basement yet. Yeah, that's the factories. Yep. Okay, I think we got... No, I didn't even open this yet. So, if I were to start cracking this here, this hardened chest, 10,000 hit points to get it open. Or if you have lockpicks in your inventory, you just hold down your interact key. By default, it's E. And you come down here and you pick lock and it'll start picking it. Sometimes you'll get all the way through and get it unlocked with 1 lockpick. A lot of times you'll break lockpicks off and you'll have to use several to get into 1 container. Yep, so my lockpick broke there and I didn't get in. I just broke a second lockpick. So 3 lockpicks to get into this one. But all kinds of good stuff. Here's the schematic to make dynamite. So once I read this, I'll be able to craft dynamite, which for mining, mainly that's what the dynamite's used for. You got grenades. I got a grenade out of here. I got some leg iron, iron leg armor. Iron leg armor, easy for me to say. With the armor, you need to be careful. Heavy armor will cause a loss in speed and mobility. So just from wearing the leg armor, I'm going to lose 6% of my speed, and my stamina is going to drain a little bit faster. So you got to kind of weigh, do I want the heavy armor or do I want to be able to run away? Which one do I want? So this number underneath is the quality level. So this is quality level 1 leg armor, quality level 5. It goes up to level 6. You can craft quality level 1 through 5. Level 6 can only be found or bought at the trader now, I think. I think that was one of the updates that one of the changes that they just made, was that you can now buy level 6 at the trader. It used to be you could only find it. Words are hard, man. Words are hard. No hidden loot under there. There's all kinds of hidden compartments in the POIs. Sometimes there'll be loot hidden in walls, and you'll be able to tell that it just doesn't quite look right. It looks like somebody put a board over it or something. And you bust it open and there'll be loot inside. There's loot hidden in the roofs, in the ceilings of some POIs. Behind picture frames, there's loot hidden sometimes. Up top here where there's like a false floor, a drop ceiling, sometimes there'll be loot up in the drop ceiling. Be a bag laying up here or ammo or something. It used to be in the earlier alphas, you could run through maybe 3-4 POIs in a game day, depending on your settings and depending on the POIs. They've really done a good job at prolonging the game and taking longer to work through the POIs and get all the loot. So this here is your lead. You can also find lead ore out and about in the biomes, but you can also smelt down lead trophies, lead fishing weights, so on and so forth to make ammo. Then there's also brass doorknobs, brass candlesticks. What else? There's other brass stuff that you can smelt down to make the casings for the bullets. A couple of them do. My two youngest do. My youngest daughter, who's a junior at university, she's big into Skyrim. And my youngest son, who's a junior in high school, he's big into anything and everything. Does a lot of FPS. But yeah, the two youngest do. The two oldest, not so much. More social gamers than free time gamers. So where my two youngest, if they have free time, they're gaming. My two oldest, if they're hanging out with a bunch of friends and everybody's gaming, then they game. Alright, we could wrench up that kitchen, but I'm not going to right now. Too much to loot. And our inventory is full again. And this is why a lot of people play with the larger backpack. So they don't have to constantly do this. Or they'll just scrap everything and or they'll leave loot. They'll leave stuff. I'm a hoarder. I gotta take everything. Take everything, sell everything, smelt it, use it somehow. No food. I need food. So there's a way down to the basement. At 2200, that's when it becomes nighttime. So for my settings, 2200 game time till 0400 is nighttime. And the zombies are set right now to be faster at night. So you can adjust those settings. So they're on run speed during the day right now and sprint at night. So here in about 30 minutes game time, the zombies are going to pick up their speed a little bit. There's a brass doorknob that you can smelt down to make your bullet casings. Food, I know, right? We might run food back, or run loot back to the base and grab some food here. So a lot of people that play the game at nighttime when the zombies are moving faster and harder to see, they'll hang out in their base and do base work. Sort loot, work on building the base, dressing up the interior of their base. We normally play insane difficulty, nightmare speed, day and night, so it doesn't change speed. So once I find a mining helmet, hands-free helmet, light, then I'll run around at night. It doesn't bother me. You do not have to sleep. Nope. Ran out of stamina, so we're having to walk for a second. the map, I don't think I've pulled up the map yet, but the game world is fairly large. This is a random gen world. There is a static world called Navisgain, or you can create random gen seeds. This seed name is Santaland 2.0 that generated this map. So go 4,000 by 4,000 or 5,000 by 5,000. All the way around. And then you can create markers on your map. So here is where I eventually want to build Santaland, is on this range of mountains here. And we're going to build the Who village down in here. But Santa's house and a compound, and then there's different plateaus here that we'll build different buildings on. But this right here is going to be the Santaland build. Bob is a trader, so I marked my traders. Where's he at? He's all the way over here. This is the town that we're looting out right now. And I think we were just right here. This is the building we were looting. And we're running back to our base here. So yeah, in all the hours that I've played the game since Alpha 8, I've never completely cleared a whole map. I've never cleared every POI on a map. Right here, this is, I was showing you the schematics that you can read earlier that'll teach you crafting recipes and so on and so forth. If you look at this, it's got a little book up in the top left corner. If the book is closed, like up here next to Grandpa's, the word Grandpa's, the book's closed, that means you haven't read it yet. If it's open, like it is right here, you've already learned that skill. So you could read it again and get a little bit of experience from it, or you could take it to a trader and sell it once you've already learned it. So there's a little icon here that helps you keep track of whether or not you've read that schematic or that recipe. The things with the gears on them up here, these are mods that you can put in clothes or weapons or tools. The little explosive icon lets you know that that's going to go boom. And if you don't get out of the way, it's going to hurt you. So be careful. It is Gamer Cam. You know, I was big into the Civilization series before I found 7 Days to Die. I loved playing modded Civ 5. I mean, Civ 5 was my go-to. I have a lot of hours in modded Civ 5 as well. And I stumbled on 7 Days to Die. I was looking to mix things up. I was playing State of Decay, and I stumbled into 7 Days to Die, and I've been hooked ever since. So definitely my favorite game of all time. And I think I spent like $7 Indonesian dollars on it, or the conversion rate was $7 US. I bought it while I was in Indonesia. And I mean, I have definitely got more than my money's worth. Right? So make some food here. Make a bacon and eggs and a meat stew. I might have some potatoes ready outside so I can make some more meat stew. Found any other games like 7 Days to Die? Really, there's no other game that I found that is like it. There are a lot of survival crafting games that I like. Conan. Whoa! Green Hell. I mean, there's a lot of Rising World is another alpha survival crafting game that I like out there. But there's really no other game like 7 Days to Die. A lot of developers send me alpha codes to survival crafting games, and we'll spotlight them in Junkieville. We'll play a lot of early development games, get the word out about it. But I haven't found anything that holds my attention like 7 Days to Die. Hey, Vampiro, how are you, brother? How are you? Seed, 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 seed. Six. So I need... No, I should be able to make it. Meat stew, meat stew. So a lot of these recipes here, the crafting recipes, are locked out at the beginning of the game. You're limited in what you can cook and what drinks you can make. And then eventually, either by putting skill points into the cooking or by finding schematics, you unlock different recipes. So it opens up the menu, opens up your diet, if you will. Stopping in to say hello. Thank you, Vamp. I appreciate that. How's your day going, sir? We get a couple meat stews in our backpack. We'll be good to go keep looting. Tired, busy, and a wet day at work. Yuck. Yuck. All you're missing there is cold, Vamp. If it's cold too, miserable day, man. Miserable day. So we are living on the roof of a POI, right? This is one of the prefab buildings. It's a little diner. And a lot of folks will take over a prefab. I've upgraded the walls. Closed off the entryways, put spikes around it. A lot of folks will take an existing POI and turn it into their base. Oh, doggies, doggies. A lot of folks will also start their own builds and build their own horde bases, stuff like that in game. Dude. Cold where you're at? Where are you at, gamer? What area? Cold and wet day, been 39 all day. Yuck. Yuck. In Michigan. Okay, cool, cool. Our oldest son is in Whitehall, gamer. And I actually spent some time, I lived in Howell, Michigan for a while, if you're over on the east side near Brighton, north of Lansing. Lots of friends in Michigan. Whitehall's over on the west side. Closer to Detroit. Okay, cool, cool. I keep reaching down to Nightbot to turn on the music, thinking the music has stopped. Hey, QB, take the bacon out of your back pocket. The dogs, yeah, right, right? There used to be a smell factor in the game that if you were carrying meat around, the zombies would be attracted to you and they'd start coming out of everywhere. They've removed that right now. There's not a smell aspect to the game right now. But a lot of people are asking for it to come back, so it might eventually come back. Spikes did their job, killed, there it is. Lumberjack man. Come on, big fella. All right, back to our POI. The snow biome is absolutely amazing. I love this biome. It just looks so good. I love it. The smell aspect is still in the console version. Yeah, console players have not got an update since Alpha 15, yep. Because the Fun Pimp sold the development rights to Telltale Games. Telltale went bankrupt, so the game stopped being developed. Since recently, the Fun Pimps have gotten the rights back, so there's a possibility that it will continue development for console, but the chances are it will not get developed any further until the next 8 Days to Die or whatever the next version of the game is. I shouldn't have made this tier 2. Shouldn't have upgraded that second time. Whoa! Go, go, Gadget Arms. Medical supplies, vitamins. So the vitamins help you in your resistance to food poisoning and dysentery we were talking about earlier. So if you eat a vitamin before you eat or take a vitamin before you eat or drink, you don't have to worry about losing all of your nourishment due to food poisoning. Yeah, they just released an article about that, GamerCam, that the cost effectiveness of going ahead and continuing development now just doesn't seem to be there. So chances are there will not be a console update until the next edition of the game. It is worth noting that this game is currently on sale. Yep. We just talked about that over on Steam. $8.49 or something like that, Savage? Not gaming on PC much. Yep. Okay, Vamp, we'll see you later tonight. I hope, brother. I hope the day gets better for you, sir. Stay warm. Stay warm. 43 hours left in the cell. You can get 2 copies for $14. Cool. Welcome back, Miss Winters. Welcome back, ma'am. another skill point. Let's go another level of Skull Crusher. So now we'll get 20% more damage. Power attacks will do 80% more damage. 30% chance to knock down enemies. And then, wait, our strength is level 7. No. Yes, it's level 7. So we should be able to get 2 more levels in the Skull Crusher before we got to start leveling strength up again. Ammo pile. Shotgun shells. Nope, that's all right. 7.62 rounds. I don't know how well you can see, but if you look over on the right, when I'm wrenching stuff up, right below the Book Club Survivor logo and behind the Potato Aimer Squad logo, you can see the items and the experience that I'm getting for using the wrench and wrenching up the items. So you can kind of see what's going into your backpack. Alright, got it. We got the other one, right? No. Alright, let's go see if we can find us a wandering horde. Find some zombies to kill. Run this loop back first. There's wandering hordes throughout the map of zombies as well as Horde Night. It's usually a pack of, I don't know, 6 to 10 zombies in a wandering horde. There's wandering hordes of animals as well as zombies. So that's what I was saying earlier. Kind of whatever mood you're in, the game lends itself to that play style for that session. We'll grab our AK and our shotgun and go do some range killing. Oh, I love them. I absolutely love them, gamer. Absolutely love them. From The Walking Dead, the iZombie, to, you know, all the movies that have come out over the last decade or two, back to the original, oh, what the heck, Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead, all the original Night of the Dead movies. Yeah. I have not seen Zombieland 2 yet. I have not. Anymore, I don't go to the theater much. I wait for everything to come out on Amazon Prime or Hulu or Netflix. Liked Warm Bodies. What was Warm Bodies? What is that? Shaun of the Dead. Oh, that's one of my favorites. I love those two guys. Have you all seen the new movie with those two fellas? Paul, I think it's called. Where they're in America on a trip at a Comic-Con. And they decide to go see some of the sights in the States. And they find an alien. Oh, it's so good. Whoa, what was that? Loved Paul. Yeah. Great movie. Is it old now or is? See what I mean? I just saw it on Netflix last week, I think. Paul is now old, QB1. He's not the only one. He's not the only one that's old. The sound effects of the wind blowing. Man, the game's just beautiful. Beautiful, I love it. See there? See what happens when you get old, Savage? What do you have, 4 kids? Something like that? I honestly don't know how many kids Savage has, but I was just trying to relate because I have 4, so. I have a dog. Yeah, good flick. It's a good flick. I recommend it. Okay, let's take ammo out. Just stick these in here. We'll sort loot tonight in Junkieville rather than on this stream. Let's put our bow up here. We got, actually, let's do this. Put our wrench up. Grab some more ammo. Grab the level 4 AK. And I don't have a pistol yet. How can I not have a pistol? Are you kidding me? Let's play with the junk turret a little bit. So A. So all the iron here, the core resource for crafting, forging, repairing, upgrading walls. You make junk turret ammo out of your iron. So we'll make about 200 of that. And then what you can do is, with your junk turret, it'll basically watch your back if you find a horde. So what you do is you set it down, and then you run around and you fight the zombies in this area, and it'll start shooting them for you. This is a new addition in Alpha 18. Yes, he is the voice of Paul. Yep. Oh, so many mods for the game. Yep. They have a mod launcher that usually has all or most of the mods in it. Then a lot of people will develop their own. There's modlets for the game, little things like the expanded backpack that you can add, different HUDs that you can download for the game. And then there's full-on mods that change every aspect or a few aspects of the game. But really active modding community in 7 Days to Die. All right, so we set that down. So these junk turrets are a new favorite weapon for a lot of folks in 18. Especially if you go into a POI and it's got multiple entrances. You set one of these down at the door and they'll watch your back for you. They'll let you know if zombies are coming in the back. They don't do a lot of damage. Let's look at the damage here real quick. It's doing 11 range damage compared to my sledgehammer doing 61. But they're a nice little, they're fun to play with. I think I just found a horde of dogs. It's a doggy horde. Whoa, it is, and my gun's not loaded. This could be death. And I'm infected. And I got zombies running around. It's gonna get ugly real quick. I'm bleeding out. Woo! That was close. That was close. My gun wasn't loaded. We're gonna have to go back and get an antibiotic. Swing and a miss. She's mad. She's mad and she's just stunned me and killed me. And I died right there so you could see the death animation if you're new to the game. That was selfless right there. So, when you die, you see the little debuff down on the left. If you look above my tool belt here, where the red line is, I have to make up that amount of experience until my death debuff goes away. And what it does is it debuffs my stamina, debuffs all my skills a little bit. Although I'm not getting any skill debuff right now. So I will not start earning experience until I take this red level of experience down. So that has changed. That was a new debuff in Alpha 17, and they changed it in Alpha 18 to the way that it affects you now. Basically, you have to get experience to overcome it now, rather than a timing. No, I have it on drop tool belt. Drop tool belt. It doesn't do skills anymore. Okay, just experience now. Thank you, Riz. Thank you. Nobody believes me. That was for science. That death was for science. We're showing off the game. We got to show off all the aspects, right? Oh, you create bedrolls. So I have a bedroll down right here, right? So that's where I respawn when I die. And the blue marker is your backpack. So you can either set it on drop tool belt. You can drop all the items in your backpack. You can drop just the backpack. And I think you can drop nothing, right? Is there a setting where you don't drop anything on death? Yeah, okay, correct. I normally play permadeath on the hardest settings, so I don't normally play with death and respawn. Once in a while when I'm doing a big build, I did a big St. Patty's Day castle build, the big Christmas build. just kind of a fun playthrough. I don't worry so much about deaths. I do stupid stuff like what I did right there. That goes there. Reload him. Let's go find some more zombies. Mistakes were made, right? So you saw how I normally, when I cleared that POI, how careful I am with zombies. The way I normally fight them was the way that I was fighting in that POI. But sometimes you don't care about this. You just want to run around, kill zombies, get a little reckless, get a little exciting. And you do what I did when I died. Lots of different ways to play the game. Lots of different ways. All right, thank you for the lurk, Savage. Appreciate it. Want to wake up a ton of zombies. Here's where you go. Down into the crypt. They come busting out of the walls. Whoa, she's free. Free at last. Whoa, whoa, how you doing? And then what'll happen is in these POIs, basically if we kill all the zombies, it'll take about 3 game days and the zombies will eventually spawn back into POI. So you'll have about 3 game days to clear it before you have to worry about zombies spawning back in. Whoa, you're up on my block, man. Dude, get off my block, man. Oh, that's such a great question. We love Singapore. We love Malaysia. We loved Indonesia. Probably Bali, Indonesia is my favorite place. We spent a lot of summertime and holiday time in Bali. Loved Bali. Very relaxing. Loved the people. Loved the culture. Loved the ocean. My daughters both surf, so they loved spending time at Bali. Learned to surf there and then surfed a lot there. Did we get all the zombies out? A lot of good loot in this POI. Nope, more zombies. Woohoo! Run away! Run away! I ain't scared. It's strategic. It's strategery. Come on! Uh-oh, I'm out of ammo. Potato aim. Oh, you're dead. Done and out. All right, pick this back up, reload it. So you can kind of do what I did at that last POI. Take your time, go through every nook and cranny. Whoa! Or you can do what I'm doing here. Just kind of run through, draw out all the zombies, and then go get all the good loot. Whoa, gotta reload. Best weapon in the game. It so much depends on your playstyle, but there's a new M60 that they just added in Alpha 18 that I love and a lot of people really like. So for like your machine gun, if you remember early on, I said there were 3 tiers to all the weapons. So there's an SMG and then a AK and then a M60 that's really nice, tier 3. Some folks love the Molotovs and grenades. Some folks like the machetes. Yeah, there's a baseball bat now, and you can add barbed wire or chains or spikes to the baseball bat. So just kind of depends on your play style. Then there's vehicles in the game. You can craft bicycles, mini bikes, motorcycles, jeeps, and gyrocopters. So if you've ever played the game flat out, where the ragdoll effects of the zombies, when you run over zombies, they have that ragdoll effect like flat out. It's a lot of fun to go killing zombies in your vehicles. Yeah. Lots of balance in the weapons. Meeting over, buy me ice cream. So we're leaving tomorrow afternoon now, huh, Baserga? Very good, very good. Aye. Yeah, that's how it goes, though. That's good. That's good. Give them their say, keep them happy. That was a useless save. And then you can take your wrench, if you're new to the game, and you can wrench up safes. And you get a lot of forged iron, not a lot, a good amount of forged iron and a little bit of forged steel out of your safes. So there's big full-size safes that give you obviously more resources, more material. But the little ones early game, if you find a wrench and you need forged iron, forged steel, and you need it basically to make your repair kits, to repair your items. Wrenching up safes is a way to go. No, I don't think you want to do that. All right, so let's see what we got out of that. We got 3 forged iron, 2 forged steel, some springs, some mechanical parts. So early on, when you find a wrench and you're looking for some forged iron, forged steel, safes are a great way to go. And then, let's see, all of these areas that zombies came out of, a lot of them, have hidden loot in them. There's some ammo, there's some loot bags. Here's one of the hidden compartments that you'll find in floors and walls. They're pretty easy to see, and they're also pretty easy to run past and not recognize them. All right, do that. We need to go, oh no, we got food. But we do need to go drop loot. So, switch these back. So game day time, if you look at the time, we're up at the top. We're on day 11. The game day time is 5 a.m., 5:21. But basically on horde nights, you'll know if the night is a horde night or not because the day number will turn red at 8 a.m. So that's my settings. That's also adjustable. You can adjust that to different times to alert you when it's horde night. Or you can actually turn that off and the hordes just show up. And you don't know about it, but I have it set to morning alert. So at 8 a.m., we'll find out if day 11 is a horde night or not. And again, if you have it set to static days, like every 3 days, every 7 days, every 14 days, up to every 30 days, I think. If it's just a static number, you'll know when your horde nights are. But you can also set it up to variables. So, like my hordes come somewhere between day 7 and day 14. Whoops. What do you mean? Like, to get to end game, gamer? That's one of the awesome things about the game is there's no end, right? There's no end to the game. You play it as many days as you want. You set the ending. Yeah. So it takes as long as you want. As far as game days, you can set those up to 10 minutes to 2 hours. Like I said, we do a lot of permadeath runs, so basically we play until I die. When I die, we start over. Right here, this is a new weapon that they just added in Alpha 18. It's basically steel knuckles. So you can go punch into zombies with steel knuckles. Let's see if we can go find a zombie somewhere. I don't know if I want to find a lumberjack zombie though. But there's knuckle wraps. So tier 1 for the knuckles are knuckle wraps. And then there's brass knuckles, and then tier 3 is the spike knuckles. So right here, that's a lumberjack, I think. No, that's Joey. That's good. We can take out Joey. Come here, Joey. Joey the skater punk, I call him. Oi! Something else they added in Alpha 18 now, whenever you hit the zombies, they have a chance to get a little speed burst. And they get a little adrenaline rush and pick up the pace that they move at. So if you want to get out here and get your luchador on, you can do it. Wow, run away. She got a speed burst in there. And they don't normally take as long to put them down. We're on the next to top difficulty, survivalist. The next level is insane. Actually labeled insane. It is insane. But there you go. Go crazy. One more. They're a lot of fun to play with. If you're on nightmare run speed, though, they're usually quicker than you can recover from your punch. So I don't recommend it if you play full speed zombies all the time. But these daytime zombie speed is run that you're seeing right now during the day. They're sprint at night, run during the day. So anything lower than run, I think you're good to go. Bloody knuckles. No more wandering zombies out here. Oh, there's one. What is that? Oh, that's one of the fast ones. I don't know if we're going to be able to get away from him. We'll try, though. Come here, buddy. All the zombies move at different speeds. So whatever your speed setting is, it adjusts to their unique speeds. Oh, he stunned me. Dang it. Yeah. He's too quick to punch. And I got infected. That's all right. We got honey. So the more you play, the more you learn what speed each zombie's at. She's another fast one. Whoa, reload mistake. All right, let's go hill up. Enough playing. Enough playing before I die again. Daggone it, Bobby. Wah! Run away! But yeah, if you play with walking zombies, man, the fisticuffs can be a lot of fun. A lot of fun. It's all Bobby's fault. It's always Bobby's fault. Sniffing that daggone propane, man. All right, so basically the infection, if you look over here on the left, you see the biohazard sign that shows that I'm 0.5% infected. There's different cures. So if you take honey, that'll cure up to 5%. So if this were to climb up to 5%, I could cure 5% of it with the honey. So let's say it climbed up to 6% infected. Once the honey wore off, I would still be 1% infected, and I would slowly start to climb up again. There are herbal antibiotics that cure, I think it's 10%, maybe 15%. And then you got regular antibiotics that'll cure 25%. So let's say this climbs up to 63%. You would need at least 2 of the regular antibiotics, 1 herbal, maybe 3 of the regular antibiotics to completely get rid of the infection. If it gets up to 100%, you're dead. You're a zombie. So another element to the survival aspect of the game, your infection level. You can find honey by cutting down tree stumps out in the wild. Food, drink. Let's put some of this away. Just to clear space. No, I have not. It won't let you turn into a zombie and then play as a zombie. There are, I think, some mods where you could do that, Petra. Basically, you'll just die. You'll die right now. But that would be so cool if you could come back as a zombie. Wait, I did that wrong. 4 over here. 5. Seven. So also, if you see that little dropper over here on the left, that tells me that I'm dehydrated. I'm thirsty. So if I look at my thirst, I'm at 55% hydration, 54. Or not percent, but points. 54 points of hydration. So each red tea gives me 24 points. So if I can go up to 170 now, I need a lot of red tea. So that's what I'm doing. Yep, DLC. There you go. Mod. Yeah. And you can stack your drinks. You don't have to wait till one wears off and then drink another. You can keep drinking them and stack it up. So we drank 4 of them there. Make some more red tea. I want to do a trader run real quick and kind of show folks that haven't seen the game before some of the quests that you can get over at the trader. So I've got to figure out stuff I want to sell at the trader. Put this ammo away for now. Weapon parts. So these here military armor parts, steel armor parts, you need those in order to craft your own armor. The best armor in the game is the military armor here. The defense that it gives you versus the stamina and the movement penalty is minimal for these. So best armor in the game, this line right here, you need military armor parts to craft it. And then you also need to have found the schematic. In order to make each individual one has a different schematic. So all right, throw these in, grab this out. Let's put that away for now. Play with that later. The painkillers dehydrate you. So you see here, they over time, they slowly heal you. But they also dehydrate you there. You can also use first aid bandages, which are different than these. They'll replace your hit points as well as heal you. Then you have first aid kits. You have aloe that you can use just as it is to heal up, or you can combine it with cloth once you learn the recipe to make the first aid bandages. So lots of different medicines in the game. Okay, let's sell some books that we don't need, the money. Silver nuggets, raw diamonds will sell. These notes here are all challenges as well. A little different from your trader challenges. Basically, you'll have to seek out a certain kind of zombie and kill them in a certain amount of time with these challenges. There's also treasure maps that you can find in the game and go dig up treasures. And then the traders will have challenges for treasures too. We're gonna go do a trader quest here in just a second. Let's sell both of these. Sell that, sell that. If you look at the item up top here, it says AK-47 machine gun and tells you basically how many dukes you're going to get if you sell that item at the trader. Hold on to those. Let's sell that. Can sell this double barrel. We got the other one here. Sell our steel knuckles. Sell this sledgehammer. Sell some of this armor and clothes. And that mod. Okay, let's go do a trader run. Whoops, I forgot to change out my clothes. My trader's in the desert, so I'll change out my put on hot weather clothes instead of cold weather. So right here you can see, like for the sweatshirt, cold resistance 14, heat resistance 1. I had a puffer coat, which is cold resistance 24, heat resistance 1. Then there's warm weather gear as well, like the duster here, heat resistance 21, heat resistance 7, the shorts, heat resistance 9, the cowboy hat, heat resistance, where are you at? Right there, 12. So let's actually go ahead and get our light out of here. Modify that, put our, oh, I can't put my light in there, never mind. Dang it. Thought I could. Oh well, no light. No, yeah, we have a server on Saturdays. I play with subs up in Junkieville, but you can either host a local game, multiplayer, or you can rent servers for the game. They don't recommend more than 12 people in a multiplayer game because it will start to lag a little bit and we'll have some hiccups. But as far as I know, it's unlimited. I mean, I've seen 30-person servers. There's a couple special events where they do lots of people on one server, like trying to kill each other or last one to survive or whatever. So, yeah, you can have whole parties. Adult kids and grandkids, yep. Yeah, so the Junkieville sub-server, it's limited to 12 people. You can have 12 on at a certain time, but all the subs can hop on and play that want to. It's up 24/7, so they can hop on it, build. Then on Saturdays, I basically go around and show what all the subs have been doing on the server all week. What people have been building or what they've looted out, their vehicles, whatever. So we're living, again, right here, and our trader is in the desert biome. There's desert biome, there's pine forest biome, there's snow biome. There is wasteland biome that looks like it was destroyed from the nuclear fallout. All the buildings are destroyed and laying over. And then there's also a burnt biome where everything burned up in the biome, wildfire. So 5 biomes in the game. There used to be a prairie biome. There used to be 2 or 3 more biomes that they've taken out, but there's still 5 different biomes. There kind of is, gamer, but it's not fully out there yet, right? It'll come in the next couple updates. But basically, what you're led to believe so far, like if you look here, wait, switch weapons. Nuclear blast. There was some type of nuclear war that happened, and the fallout caused the zombie spread. But there's different newspapers laying around, parts of them on the road. Flu epidemic after the fallout. So, you see in the magazine there. But it's coming. Basically, there's factions coming in the game. They've kind of slowly been adding them where you're going to have to pick which faction you're going to fight for, and that'll be the faction you can trade with. The other one will be wandering NPCs in the game that'll be out there trying to kill you from the other faction, as well as the zombies and the animals. But flu epidemic. Yeah, so it feels like they're finally at the point in the mechanics of the game and in the graphics that they're about ready to start adding some of those finishing touches, like the factions, the lore, more quests from the traders. as far as what you can bring them and sell to them, stuff like that. That's why the game's a time machine. There's so much to do in the game in so little time, it seems. Like, you can sit down and do a 12-hour session and feel like you haven't really made any hay. That there's so much yet to do, right? So it's just never ending. You determine when you're done with that playthrough and want to start another one. One of the things I used to do in the earlier alphas, like in Alpha 10, 11, was in the destroyed biome. All the buildings are kind of half standing, half destroyed. I used to take a city block and go in and refurbish it, plant grass, try to recreate the buildings. Yeah, so it's just kind of whatever you want to do in that playthrough. House flipper. Exactly, Doc. Exactly. But like, I know there's a couple of streamers, they'll do like playthroughs where they are limited in their weapons and tools, where they only get certain weapons and certain tools for that playthrough and see how far they can get using specific weapons. I already said about the no crafting playthroughs. If you can imagine it, you can play it that way. Play with just knives. You just have to run through the world and do all you can do with just knives. There's some folks that play with no repairing. So like once their weapons run out or their tools run out, they have to craft new ones. They can't repair anything in the game. So yeah, Jonah's on a big permadeath run. Qb1Junkie, I think he's a little further than that. I was just hanging with him earlier today. He's on a big permadeath run. Yeah, lots of folks play toughest settings, permadeath, one life. When you die, you have to start over. The building is pretty cool. There's a new concept in the building in 18. So basically, if you look at the wood frames here that I've been setting down, you basically craft all frames now, whether it be wood, whether it be cobblestone, rebar frames, flagstone, not cobblestone. And then you simply hit your R and you pick... Dude, I'm busy right now. I'm talking to the folks. You daggone dirty bird. Whoa, and I'm not loaded. So you basically take your frame in your hand and you hit R and you pick the shape. So let's say I want to put some of these down right here. And then I go R again and I want it to be the wood block again. Wait, no, that would have to be like that. And then I come in here and I go to ramps. Go back to the wood frame. And so all I had to craft was the wood frames, and I just changed their shape in a menu right here. So that's new in Alpha 18. So 28 different shapes you can craft with just the frame. So it's going to make building a lot simplified, simplify the building a lot simpler, a lot easier. Because before you used to have to craft, okay, I'm building this building here, how many arches do I need to cover the windows? And you'd have to craft 25 arches. And then you'd end up wasting wood because you really only needed 20 arches. So, hundreds of days when I first started Gamer Cam. I haven't really played that way in a while. Like, I either play for a theme build now, so I play to the build's done, or permadeath runs. But when I first started playing, I mean, I had a game playthrough that was more than 150 days. It's like 170, 171, something like that. But there's people out there that have had like 300-400 game days or more. And I think the longevity of a certain playthrough is really going to be enhanced when there's factions. When factions come in and you're trying to do certain quests and take out other factions, I mean, people are going to play long playthroughs, I think, in my opinion. So here's your trader. There's about 4 or 5 different designs of traders, of outposts. But each outpost has a different trader.
How goes it?
This is Bob. But you come in and you say, can I see your inventory? And you sell Bob what you don't want. Hi, Bob. Yeah, console had some errors with games crashing and some issues with that. But you can see my dukes down here increasing. So I got 5,400 dukes for that, so I can come through Bob's inventory and see what I need. Here's some magazines you can buy, and then there's just about everything from mods for your weapons and tools to schematics to magazines to clothes to food. So some people's play style, they'll build a base real close to the trader, they'll sell everything, they'll buy everything from the trader. It's one way to kind of rush the game a little bit. Sell everything and buy everything. But yeah, I'm not going to buy anything right now. Then there's also trader missions. So you come down here and you say, you got any jobs for me, Bob? What do you got? And he's got some fetch missions, some buried supplies missions. There's also a clear zombies mission where you'll have to clear all the zombies out of a location. But buried supplies are basically treasure hunts. Fetch missions, there's a satchel somewhere in a POI with zombies that you have to find. So let's go ahead and do one of the fetch missions.
Friend, I'm in trouble.
One of our operatives had to stash their shipment at cabin 4. Go retrieve the shipment and return it to me.
You the man.
So if you look on my HUD up top on my compass, the yellow exclamation point is where I'm headed. Pull up my map, I can zoom in a little bit, come over here, put a temporary waypoint. Quick waypoint. And that's where I'm headed. Once we get there, we'll have to activate the quest and go find the satchel. So let's try it. One little bug in the game right now is, I say it's a bug, it's kind of a design bug. You can basically go in and clear the POI, clear the building out, then start your quest, and everything that was in the building will respawn. So you basically get double the loot out of the same building or the same POI. Okay, Sarkos, safe travels home. My nameless family ascendant brother, my stream teammate. Appreciate you being here, Sarkos. haven't put any skill points in archery, so my archery skills are horrible right now. Dude, there you go. And you can retrieve a certain percentage of your arrows. It's kind of random whether the arrow sticks or breaks apart. You see he's got 3 or 4 arrows hanging out of him. I just go up to him, retrieve my arrows. That's not a bug, it's a feature. There you go. I play normally with loot respawn off. So once I loot out a POI, once I clear everything out of a bird's nest or whatever, nothing will ever respawn in it. So a lot of times I'll loot a bird's nest, grab my feathers, destroy it. You get a couple extra feathers by breaking it up. I'll loot out a bag and then destroy it. I think you can play with like 3-day loot respawn up to 30 days, maybe more than that, but there's a variable that you can set for loot respawn if you want to play with it on. I like to say there's no loot fairies running around the apocalypse refilling bags, so so I play with it off. Once I loot something out, it's done. I want this corn. Dang it. All right, so this is our challenge POI. Somewhere in this house, we're going to find a satchel that we have to take back to the trader. So, like I was saying, you could go in here, clear out all the zombies, loot everything, and then start the quest, and it would respawn everything back in there, but I'm not going to do that. So here we go. You have to stay within a certain area around the POI in order for the quest to stay active. So you see that green check mark up in the top right? Stay within. You have to stay within the boundaries of the challenge. Hammer time! Come on, man, get up! Rub-a-dub-dub, give me some grub. The compass is leading us to the satchel, but it doesn't tell you what floor it's on. So out of that first bookshelf, we got the Enforcer. Most powerful handgun in the world, the 44 mag just got more powerful. You can craft hollow point 44 Magnum ammunition now. So see that the book is open. I've already read it. So that's one to sell to the trader. Why so serious? And I'm infected again. All of a sudden I'm getting infected all over the place. Hey, a level 6. Too bad it's a wooden club. That'll work. Oh, there's some honey to get rid of our infection. Nice find. Thank you, thank you. Alright, now where's our satchel? It's blinking. Where's it at? Abe Lincoln. Did you just call me Abe Lincoln? No, I said Abe Lincoln. Excuse me. Why so serious? Sit down, you're rocking the boat. Is a satchel? Oh, there's a basement. I forgot. It's probably down in the basement. Yeah, this is the basement door, right? Shaking my head. Ah, run away, run away. Oh, I don't want to shoot you. I want you. Hammer time. Ice, ice, baby. Makes me want to go to my closet and put on my parachute pants. Daggone it. And my zipper shirt. Oh, nope, that's not the basement. That is the bathroom. Where's the daggone basement? Is there a basement? Thought there was a basement. I know how to find out. Nope, that'd be ground right there. So where is the bag at? Behind the picture frame? There it is. So there's your courier satchel right there. Pick it up. Get White River supplies. That's going to be one of the factions, White River. And now my marker has changed on the map to back to my trader. So I head back and give him his supplies, and he gives me a choice of items, and you can increase the amount of items that you'll have to pick from, and he'll give me some dues for basically doing the quest. Eggs are hard to come by, so never pass up a bird's nest. Eggs. All of the ores in the game now have different looks to them. This is a lead ore deposit, but if you find it on the top of above ground, you'll also find that vein below ground now. So if you're looking for a lead deposit, you go find a top rock that looks like the lead, and then you'll find a whole vein underground. So again, you're using the lead to make bullet tips and so on and so forth. And then there's iron, lead, nitrate, coal. I think that's it. This right here is just stone that you need for concrete and other items, early tools, early weapons. I think that's another lead deposit, but there's so many blocks outside of the trader that are indestructible. So that one right there is not destructible. Right here, this block is. So however many blocks, somewhere in here. Yeah, right here. You can't place another block down in this area. So this area all the way around in the trader is protected. But the doors close at night, so you can't like hide in a trader during a horde night. It'll kick you out right before dark, and then you can't get in again till 6 a.m. I love it. It makes sense why. You know, these games open up people's creativity, I think, gamer. And like I said earlier, if you can imagine it, you can kind of create it and build it. Minecraft is one of those games. This is one of those games where there are survival aspects to it. There's fighting aspects to it. But, yeah, it opens up your creativity. So I'm not surprised that Minecraft's making a comeback.
It must be my lucky day. Thank you. And here you go.
So here we get, I don't need either of these items, so basically I look and see which one can I get more dukes for, which one sells at a better price. Sledgehammer, so I take that. I got 560 dukes for completing the quest, and I got a sledgehammer out of it. So again, more jobs at the trader. Your jobs will reset whenever the loot resets. So if you look up here, he'll restock on day 13. All of the quests will reload on day 13 too. Different quests, different POIs, different buried treasure locations.
Be seeing you.
Yeah, well said. Yep. Yeah, I think, you know, people, you can only play a mind-numbing shooter for so long and it becomes old, right? You put it away. You might get it out a year from now or a year and a half from now and, you know, be a little reminiscent and say, okay, let's go back and try that some more. A lot of games, once you beat the game, you're done. You might play it for a little bit longer, get better at it, but eventually you're going to shelf it, be done with it. Games like this, games like Minecraft, you know, if whatever you can imagine doing in the game, if the game will let you do that, people aren't ever going to put it on the shelf. They're going to keep playing it. They might put it on the shelf for a month, but then they're going to come back to it, right? In my opinion. So, all right, what am I doing? I am selling that club.
I thank you, kind sir.
Now, if you're competitively playing a first-person shooter, like you want to get good to compete, you want to be on an esports team, you want to take it to Dr. Disrespect, that's a little different. You have something driving you, right? So you're going to do that for a while. All right, I think run back, instead of running back, I'll do that off stream. I think we'll get ready to wrap things up. So thank you again to Gamer Talk for having us on today and being able to feature 7 Days to Die, being able to feature the Junkieville community, the Nameless Family stream community. Thank you guys so much for having me on today. It was my pleasure to be over here, and I hope you got some exposure for your channel. I know there was some for mine, so thank you guys for that. Do the streamers usually wrap up with a raid, or do they just end stream, Gamer Cam? How do you normally wrap things up? And if you're a Junkieville regular, we raid someone. Okay, awesome. Anyone in particular out there that's part of your community that you want us to raid, Gamer? If you're a regular Junkieville viewer and you want to check us out, we'll be back on later tonight. We'll pick up this playthrough. Junkieville Bar will be back open for a few hours overnight tonight. But thank you to all the Junkieville regulars, all the Nameless Family streamers. all the regular citizens that have come over and hung out for this stream today. I appreciate you. Deadite, my nameless family sister, thank you for popping in. You have somebody? Okay, all right. Thank you, brother. Thank you for hanging out today. Can we do our normal raid, gamer, or do you have a raid command, shout out, raid call that you use, gamer? I'm glad you popped in, Deadite. You can do it. Awesome, awesome. What is your raid call, Gamer Cam? And before we go do the raid, real quick, let's do another broadcaster salute. If you're out there lurking and you are a streamer on Twitch, type 07 in the chat right now. If you don't know these folks, click on their name twice. That'll take you to their stream channel, their Twitch channel. Make sure your notifications are on when you hit the follow button so you can get notified when they go live. Your new favorite streamer might be hanging out right here in Gamer Talk this afternoon. Okay, how about, we normally do greetings from Junkieville, so how about if we just do a kind of hybrid? Let's do greetings from Gamer Talk. How about that? How about that? And if you have emotes, let them fly. Let the emotes fly. All right, Scaredy grins. Very nice, very nice. But thank you guys for hanging out. Gamer Talk, thank you for having me today. And I look forward to catching more streamers on your channel. Thank you for doing this, game.